It's Saturday night in the swamp, and the number 8 Florida Gators are going to be taking on the unranked Arkansas Razorbacks and quarterback Beau Pribula, who used to be a player for Coach KJ at Penn State during his time there. Hello everyone, welcome in today. Your Gators are going to receive the ball to open this game up as the kick's away, and Hester is back there on the return. He is going to end up having to return this one, and he takes it out, and this one's not really a good one if I'm being honest with you. That's an 18-yard return. That's pretty ugly. Let's see what this starting offense looks like. At quarterback, it's Jack Garola, who's a junior. You can see his stats from last week. They were pretty impressive. And now at the skill positions, the main ones you want to focus on are Quantel Johnson and Harrison Wallace III at receiver. Across the O-line, we're starting two freshmen on the left side again, with Jake Park being the left tackle as Jack Garola's on the move here on first down, going out to his right, and he throws it deep to Harrison Wallace III, but he underthrew it, and Wiggs picks that off, which means we're going to see Arkansas's offense quick in this one today. What a big mistake right there by our starting quarterback. Under center's QB Beau Pribula looking to pass here on first down, and he throws it out there to the left, and that one's luckily incomplete. What a great play by Annie Bognam. Let's take a look at Beau Pribula's stats for the season. He's a junior redshirt with 5 touchdowns and a pick. He's been pretty good. Now he's going to run some speed option here on second down, and that play does not work as it's 3rd and 14 now. Taking a look at our starting defense. Across the D-line, we have J.J. White, who's the number 1 recruit in the nation last season. We're excited to see what he can do. Our linebackers are led by Shamar James Jr., and then in the backfield, the only returning starter we have is Miguel Mitchell, and he's a junior redshirt, so he's got to lead our secondary for us. It's a big 3rd and 14 now. Beau Pribula's looking to pass, feeling a little pressure, and that pass was inaccurate. He goes 0 for 2, and the Razorbacks are going to be forced to punt the ball back to the Gators. Jack Garola's on the move. Hopefully this drive goes a little better, and he tucks and runs and gets a first down before stepping out of bounds after 14 yards. That's the type of play that we need to see Jack Garola make when he's feeling pressure. That decision right there, though, on second down was a bad one. We're lucky that didn't result in another turnover already, as Quantel Johnson gets a carry, and he probably should have cut that one up the middle and followed his blocker. Instead, he went wide and only picked up 4. So the Gators now are stuck on 3rd and down, and they find Kyle Hinder down the seam for 28 yards and a huge Gator first down, and that'll almost get him into the red zone, as Garola's going to hand it to Quantel Johnson, who goes nowhere. That's only a 1-yard gain. He took a pretty big hit at the end of that one, actually. On second down, though, we lean right back into the ground game, and that's a good run from Quantel. That's what we want to see, and that's his best carry of the day. On 3rd down, Jack Garola rolls to the right, tucks and runs, and gets a first down, setting up a 1st and goal after a 12-yard rush from about the 4-yard line. Diassi Blanks checks in and gets the carry. However, that's only a 1-yard rush before he's blown up. On 2nd and goal, Quantel's back in the game, and he goes in for 6. Gators take an early 7-0 lead in this one on the Quantel Johnson, about 2-yard touchdown run right there. Arkansas takes over, looking to try to answer and maybe tie this one up, but Beau Pribula ends up losing 4 on first down on that pretty bad speed option. I don't think that play works very well against this defense. On second down, though, they end up going to Dominion, their star running back, who ends up taking that for a pretty solid carry of 7 yards. Last season against us, he averaged like 5 yards a carry or so, and he only ended up getting 60 or so yards, but he had a good day against us. As we show off injuries, you can see, I didn't realize it, but Diassi Blanks got hurt on his only carry of the game, and he's out for the rest of today, so we have to worry about replacing him, and it looks like it's going to be a heavy Quantel Johnson game no matter how he plays, as last week he got a lion's share of the carries just because of how well he played. This week I was going to get back to rotating depending on how he went, and you know what, we don't have that option anymore. It's a big 3rd and 8 for Jack Garola, and he ends up throwing it underneath to 3rd string running back Denzel Hudson, and that did not work as he only picked up 3. So the Gators have to punt it back to the Razorbacks, and Beau Pribula looks like he wants to take a shot on first down, and that didn't work. That was wildly inaccurate. He has not looked good at all today. On the ground, however, that was a nice 13-yard rush right there to get the Razorbacks a big first down in this one, as they line up in the pistol formation, and they're going to run speed option, and they pitch it out there to Dominion, who has a crease, and that's Dominion going down the sideline with nobody around him. Annie Bognam couldn't catch up, and that's a 51-yard touchdown for Rashad Dominion. What a play right there by the Razorbacks, and what a play by Rashad Dominion using his speed to get down that sideline to tie it up at 7, as Jack Garola takes back over and has to scramble for his life on first down, and luckily he ends up just throwing that away without taking a sack. Quantel Johnson's going to get the carry on second down, and that one was blown up. That's only a 1-yard gain. So on 3rd and 9, it's on Garola and his right arm. However, he can't get that pass off, and he takes a 10-yard sack. The blitzing corner got him there, so the Razorbacks will get get the ball back following that punt, and they go straight back to Rashad Dubinion, who stiff arms 2 guys. And are you kidding me? Gets the first down. What a play by Rashad Dubinion. Arkansas comes out lined up in the gun, and they go right back to Dubinion. However, this time it's Scooby Williams who reads it perfectly and scrapes over and takes him down. So on second down, they throw a screen to back up running back Sloter, who will not quite get the first down. Chris McClellan actually read that play really well. He just couldn't wrap him up, our defensive tackle. And that'll bring an end to the first quarter with this game tied up at 7. Let's see how the rest of this one plays out. Arkansas looks like they're going to give us a little bit of a fight. However, I think we can pull away late, as Beau Pribula really hasn't played that great today. However, he did just find Jadon Wilson for a big first down as they go back to Rashad Dubinion, and that play did not work. That's a 2-yard loss. This Gators defense is trying hard to shut down the run. However, Dubinion finds a big crease up the middle for 16 yards on the very next play. This defense cannot seem to stop the run consistently in this game, as Dubinion only gets 2 on this one, but he already has 88 yards on the ground today, and Beau Pribula pulls it on the read option, and that was beautifully read by Shamar James, forcing a big 3rd and 12, and Dubinion's not in there, so the Razorbacks are going to be forced to depend upon other players. And look at that movement in the pocket by Beau Pribula. He ends up finding Jadon Wilson for the touchdown and giving the Razorbacks a 14-7 lead, but you got to appreciate how well he moved in the pocket, and he avoided the urge to tuck and run there, and he found his man for a touchdown. As we hand it to Quantel Johnson and take that for 8 yards. That's a solid run to begin this drive. We need to catch up here and try to get ahead of Arkansas's. Quantel Johnson will get us a fresh set of downs with another 5-yard carry right there. He's been really good for us, and there's a chance that he could end up just being our lead back and not sharing many carries if he keeps playing like this, as that's another 9-yard rush out of him. Our 3rd string back, Denzel Hudson, checks into the game, and look at this carry. He's not a quick guy, but he's a power back. That's why he threw him off of him and picked up 11 yards. And then Jack Garola pulls it on a read option, and he might be able to get the edge, and he's going down the sideline. Can he beat this man? He cannot, but that's still a great run. He's out of bounds at 10-yard line. What a play. We have been moving the ball on the ground easily until this play where we don't pick up anything. However, on second down, it's right back to Quantel Johnson with another good carry of 7 yards, and we can get a first down without getting into the end zone still. This is a big 3rd and 3 as Garola pulls it on the triple option, and he walks in untouched. Touchdown Gators. We're going to tie this one up. That's exactly what we were looking for in a big play from QB Jack Garola. Beau Pribula in Arkansas is looking to answer as he pitches it out there to Dubinion, who has the edge. He's going down the sideline. Annie Bognam knocked him out after a 19-yard pickup. What a rush by Dubinion, though, as Arkansas is going to send a receiver all the way across the motion with Pribula in the gun. It looks like they're adjusting the play a little bit, and they're going to run speed option, and that doesn't work. J.J. White makes the play, our stud defensive end. So on second down, they hand it to Dubinion, who goes right up the middle for a 10-yard rush. That is a beautiful play, setting up a 3rd and 4 that's much more manageable than you would expect. But Beau Pribula can't get the pass away, and he goes down for a sack. That's Justice Boone making the play for the Gators. And then the Razorbacks were forced to punt, so the Gators offense takes over. On first down, Jack Garola found tight end Kyle Hinder for an 8-yard pickup. We're looking to pass again on second down, and that's going to be a first down to Harrison Wallace III for about 8 yards, which is pretty good. We are moving the ball pretty well here as we're in the gun, handing it to Quantel Johnson, who's going to have another 8-yard carry. He's been explosive so far this season for the Gators offense. However, on second down, we take a big sack that drops us to a 3rd and 9, and Garola's going to have to pass it, and he does, and hits Harrison Wallace III. That's a 17-yard pickup and a Gators first down. The second quarter's cutting close to coming to an end. There's only about 50 seconds left in it, and Jack Garola decided to take a shot towards the end zone that didn't work out. That was broken up. It was intended for Emmanuel Henderson. So it's second down and 10, and Garola's scrambling to the right, and he finds Hester out there on the sideline for a 28-yard pickup. What a big play, as it's first and goal with 18 seconds left, and Emmanuel Henderson's going to catch it and go in and give the Gators a 21-14 lead as they're going to head into halftime leading this one. That was a big drive right there for the Gators offense. That's exactly what we needed to have happen. It's been a little rough at times early in this one, but they got rolling in the second quarter, and they're kind of taking over on offense. Now we need our defense to continue to step up and hold Arkansas down. So hopefully we can drop them to 0-3 on the season. We feel pretty good about where we're at. We just can't turn the ball over, and we got to keep doing what we're doing. in the second quarter anyway, and I think we'll be okay. We're leading time of possession by 4 minutes, so that's good, and hopefully we can continue that trend into the second half and control the rest of this one. Now we're going to take a look at some recruiting news and see what players have committed this week. We have Max Pierre, the number 2 free safety in the nation out of Florida. He's a 4-star. He's down to Florida, Florida State, and Miami. Next up is Norkeithius Moore. He's down to Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. He's a top defensive end. And then we have Deshaun Exelholm. He's 6'6", 225. He's down to Florida, Florida State, and Georgia. Next up's Brendan Vale, a kicker. He's got Florida, Ole Miss, and South Carolina on his list. We'll have to see if those players who commit. We won't find out till National Signing Day, so it'll be a little while, but this is your update. As we open up the second half with Arkansas having the ball first, they hand it to Dabinion for a 5-yard pickup. That's okay on first down. So they go to the pistol formation and they look to pass with Beau Pribula and they check it down to Ty Washington, their tight end. That was good for 7 yards. It'll give the Razorbacks a fresh set of downs. As they come out in the gun, they move Ty Washington across the formation. They're going to hand it to Dabinion on a counter, and that's going to work as he goes up the middle untouched, and he is gone. I don't see a Gators defender around him. He's down to about the 10-yard line now and into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. They're going to tie this one up at 21. Rashad Dabinion's been a thorn in our side. What a beast. We need to get him under control if we want to win this game. As the Gators take over and they find Malik Mega for a 15-yard pickup and a first down, getting him out to about the 40-yard line. Jack Carolla passes again, and he finds Harrison Wallace the third for 10 this time. That's good news. We keep moving the ball, which is exactly what we did in the second quarter as we go to Quantel Johnson on the ground, and that's a 6-yard pickup. Everything we do has been successful so far on this drive. We come out in the gun, and we're going to run a screen out to Emmanuel Henderson, who has space. He's out to the 30, and he gets taken down as he tries to step back, but that's a 16-yard pickup. And we throw a screen to the opposite side this time to Harrison Wallace, the 30, breaks the tackle, and he tries to break a second one. That's still 5 yards though on first down. So we're in the gun looking to pass with Jack Carolla, and he throws it to Kyle Hinder, who cannot hold on. He drops it. So that brings up a big 3rd and 5. Carolla's on the move. He's scrambling around, looking down the field, and that play was never going to work. That was a bad decision. We end up lining up for a 40-yard field goal that is up and good. Adam Mahalik drills it, and that gives the Gators a 24-21 lead as Beau Pribula and the Razorbacks take over. He ran play action standing in the pocket, and he's lucky that didn't get picked off, and then it was almost caught off the deflection. What a play that could have been. They moved Ty Washington in motion. He's going to stay in the block, and Pribula tried to tuck and run. He had nowhere to go. Justice Boone wrecked that play with a 4-yard sack, bringing up a 3rd and 14 for the Razorbacks as Pribula's moving in the pocket again, dancing around. He throws it deep. That one was underthrown and picked off by Akil Wesley. What a play by our freshman corner. We needed that. That is big. He got hurt on that play, though, so hopefully he can come back and he stays healthy. I don't recall what his injury is, but hopefully we get him back soon. However, we get the ball back with a chance to give us a 2-score lead here late in the third quarter. However, Carolla gets smacked down for a 2-yard loss. That's going to bring up a big 3rd and 9, and he's going to pass it. He's standing in that pocket. He checks it down to Quantel Johnson, who does not hold on to the ball. They actually call that a fumble, not an incompletion, so that's a big turnover. Arkansas is going to take over right around midfield. That's a huge mistake, but let's see if Beau Pribula and the Razorbacks can answer. Ty Washington catches that one. He's going to take it for 9 yards. That's a great play on first down. They're going to go ahead and send Ty Washington in motion and hand it to Dabinion, who has a big old crease until he gets tackled at about the 30-yard line. Rashad Johnson made the play there, taking him down, or else that would have went for 6. They're looking to pass it here, and Pribula finds Mbake underneath. That's only a 3-yard pickup. Still solid for a first down. It's like a run. They do run it with Dabinion on second down, and that's a solid 5-yard carry. So it's going to be 3rd and short for the Razorbacks, and they run speed option, and Dabinion will catch that pitch and get stuffed. He only picks up 1, and they decide to go for it on 4th down and throw a screen out there to Satanga, and that does not work. Gators are going to get the ball back. They didn't give up any points after that turnover. Our defense stood up and made an excellent play right there. But I do want to take some time here as we near the end of the third quarter just to talk about my absence from YouTube. So everything kind of went a little haywire right after the cruise and before, honestly. So preparing for that and then coming back from it, I just didn't have a lot of time between work and life to be able to get videos done. But good news is I'm finally getting back on track. So I have some free time this week, which is how I'm finally finishing up this video that I've been working on over the past 3 weeks when I've been pretty much ghosting y'all. So I'm getting back into it. Unfortunately, right now, I'm not making any money off of this, so I had to prioritize my basic life stuff and my job. So unfortunately, this is what got cut back for the last few weeks. Well, things were a little haywire, but like I said, they're finally settling down and I'm going to get back to work on it. So you should start seeing videos regularly again. I didn't expect everything to go a little sideways, like I said, but you know, things happen sometimes, and I'm just happy to finally be back. I have a couple episodes pre-recorded that I'm editing down. The first Raiders episode will be the next thing out following this. I've already started some audio on it as well, so that way I can get it going. I'm really disappointed that I'm so late to the party on Madden 23, and I'm very disappointed that I've been so late getting these videos out, but like I said, life happens sometimes. You gotta prioritize things in your personal life, and you know, right now that's just what I had to do. Like I said, things are finally straightening out, so for now, everything should be back on track. Hopefully it stays calm and steady and we're able to keep rolling, because I really love doing this and I hope you guys enjoy the videos as well. So I'll be back on track and you'll start seeing them here pretty regularly real soon. So I'm going to be back this weekend. I'm off. I have 3 days, and I plan on doing a ton of recordings this weekend. So hopefully I can get some videos done and ready and kind of get back ahead. So even when I get a little bit busy, which happens from time to time, I'm still able to get a video out on time every other day. And honestly, I'm hoping to be able to increase it soon as well. But first thing I have to do is get everything back on track and get myself back on schedule and making sure content's out regularly to you. And then what I want to do is get it up to 5 days a week. I think that would be ideal, and it's a goal that I think I can accomplish, and I think that I'll be able to do that for you guys. That'll help me get the Madden franchise on Madden 24 with the Raiders going and help get them videos out regularly and make sure that I'm not cutting back on my college football revamp content, because one, I love it, and two, the draft classes from this are going to show up in our Madden 24 franchise. So I need to make sure that I'm still going on that, or else I'm going to fall behind and we're not going to have draft classes. Hopefully everything straightens out. We're getting towards the end of this game, so I should probably get back to commentating it for you guys, but I just wanted to apologize for the delay. I'm not happy with it, but unfortunately sometimes life happens, and I'm just excited to be back and feel like I actually have the time to be back and dedicate to this. So looking ahead, like I said, within next week, you should expect videos back regularly. And I'm just thankful for you guys hanging around, and I hope you guys are still excited for the series. I'm sorry this rant's been a little ranty, I guess, and rambly, but I didn't know what to say. It's been such a delay, and I've been working on this video off and on for 3 weeks, and I just feel like I can't get nothing done with it. So I felt like I owed you guys an explanation, and hopefully you guys are excited to have me back, and I look forward to bringing you content in the future, getting this franchise on Madden 24 going, and tying it into our wonderful Coach KJ Carousel Dynasty that we have going on here. But let's get back into it. Quantel Johnson gets a carry on first down. He only picks up 4. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. We got to drain this clock down some. We snap with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Johnson got another carry. However, he only picked up 1, and they're still calling it 3rd and 6. So this is an important conversion, and we get Emmanuel Henderson for the first down. That's a 9-yard reception, and there's 2 minutes left in this game. Arkansas still has all their timeouts, so they got to start using them, which they do after a 4-yard rush. So now it's up to us to get a first down while making them use timeouts. Garola pulls it on a read option and loses 2. That does not help our case, so it's 3rd and 7, and Garola's got to pass it. He wisely checks it down to Malik Mega, who stretches and gets the first down. That'll likely make it so the Gators can run out the clock. Garola pulls it on a read option, and he picks up 4 following a false start to begin that drive. So on 2nd down, it goes to Quantel, and he's going to rush ahead. They're draining the clock. They're down to a minute left. This should be enough time to win the game as Quantel gets another carry, and he gets a first down, and he goes down after a 16-yard rush. This one's over. Your Florida Gators are going to beat Arkansas and our former quarterback at Penn State, Beau Pribula. Jack Garola is your player of the game. He was great today, but he wasn't excellent. He could have done a little more, but I'll take it. We won. That's really all that matters in the end. You know, his stats were pretty good. He threw a pick. He completed 72% of his passes. He only attempted 25, which is part of why his yards were so low. We had a pretty good day on the ground with Quantel Johnson, who had 110 yards and 2 scores. He's been fantastic so far this season. I really do think he's secured that lead back role, and I think that it's going to be hard to split carries going forward with how well he's playing, unless he shows us that he, you know, falls off a cliff or something. I'm really impressed by that young man, and I think we're going to lean on him and really expect him to lead this offense this season. Flipping over and looking at defense, you can see Justice Boone had himself a day with 3 TFLs and 2 sacks. You love to see it. He was the only one getting pressure on defense for us, but you know what? We'll take it. Akeel Wesley had an interception as well. Now taking a look at Arkansas, you can see Pribula didn't really have a great day through the air, honestly. And then Dabinion, he did pretty good on the ground. You got to give him a lot of credit for that. Even with the lack of a passing game, he was able to finish with 226 yards on the ground and 2 scores. I mean, that's a heck of a performance out of him, and I really felt like we couldn't slow him down. And I think he's the sole reason Arkansas stayed in this game, honestly. So, gotta shout out him. He had a great day. Looking at their defense, they had some sacks. They did get an interception. So, overall, this was a close game. I'm glad we got the W. Now let's take a look at your Heisman standings. Leading the way is Ray Hobbs, the 4th out of USC. He's a quarterback, followed by Jam Miller, Alabama's halfback. Then you have Chris Neal, a junior halfback out of Oklahoma, and then a junior halfback out of Oklahoma State comes in at number 4. And then Alabama had another halfback at number 5. I know there's no way they'll finish with 2 people in top 5. Taking a look at your top 25 polls, Alabama remains at 1, followed by Penn State, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and Washington. Now you can see the number 5 team in the nation did lose, so that helps us move up to number 7 in the nation, and that was Notre Dame getting beat by a couple scores in South Carolina by Clemson. So that helps Clemson move up from number 17 to number 13 as well, and helps strengthen the ACC's case, as Iowa State dropped all the way down to number 20 from number 9, and then Auburn moves themselves up into the top 25 with a 2-0 start. LSU was the only team to drop out of the top 25 this week. You don't see that very often. Usually I feel like there's more turnover, especially earlier in the season like this is. Next week, we're going to take on Tennessee. It's always the 3rd game of the season for us. It's going to be the 3rd Saturday in September, which is where this game traditionally takes place. We have a decided advantage in this one. We're B+ across the board. They're Bs. They do have 1 B+ on defense, but they still call us better. Our stats are better, except for total defense. They have a little bit of an advantage there, but I'm not too worried about that. I think we're going to be able to get Tennessee. It might be a little bit of a fight, but I look forward to bringing it to you. I'm LDJ11. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and I'm out.
And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. But